When we say that our leaders are going through what I call better life, they're enjoying and getting everything they want, but when the people are suffering, they don't care. When people are going through difficult life, they don't care. Our leaders are enjoying driving nice cars, but you look at the condition of the people and the environment of the people, of poor people, you really ask yourself what's happening with our leaders, that they don't see what's the condition of the people is like. In Africa, we always bless the leaders because they have money and they've got power. But this is not good because we make them forget about the responsibility they have. That responsibility is to make sure that they bring solution to the problems. Not that they live and drive nice cars. No. Africa is passing through a lot. Africa is going through what I call life, which is bad. But we can change this. We can make Africa better. It is possible, and I believe we can do that. Problems that African people are going through are too much. Leaders, are you able to see what's happening in Africa? Are you able to see how many African people are starving and dying? Yet yourself, you're enjoying better life. Maximum security, top-notch security, expensive cars. And you are also happy driving your cars in places where poor people are living. And you don't notice how people are suffering. If I was an African leader and seeing how people are suffering in Africa, and if there was nothing that I could do, then I would better stop being a leader. I would quit. Because I cannot bring solutions to the people. What do I call achievement when people are still poor? What do I call achievement when people are not able to eat? We need to do something better for Africa. We need to make something good for the people. Let's not be excited with the positions, power, money. When people are poor, when Africa is not rich, come on, leaders in Africa, you can do something different. You can make lives of the poor people better by changing their situation, by bringing happiness to them. But now with what is happening in Africa, I don't think like there is any time soon whether Africa will be developed, the lives of the people in Africa will be changed. I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. Because what I see in Africa is poverty, but the leaders are rich. What I see in Africa is poverty, but our leaders are driving nice cars. What I see in Africa is poverty, but our leaders are living better life. They don't sleep while hungry. They sleep while full in their stomach. These are the types of leaders we have in Africa when people are starving. But our leaders are enjoying eating, drinking, and getting tired because of eating. We can do better in Africa. We can change the lives of the people in Africa. It should not make me happy to see people suffering. It should make me feel sad because it's like I'm doing nothing for the people. I'm not helping the people. I've been seeing in Africa like there is the same story. That leaders enjoy life which is better and expensive. But poor people in Africa keep on suffering from year 1 to 2nd year to 3rd year to 4th year. Forever keep on suffering. Where our leaders are rich. Where leaders have got money, have got everything. Are driving nice cars which you are seeing in this video. They don't care about the poor people. These are African leaders, very selfish. But we can do better. We can make Africa better. We can change the way we're doing our things. We can do things in a different way now with a different approach in order to help the people. If leaders in Africa are not able to associate with the poor people, then you're not good leaders. If a leader in Africa is an untouchable, you're not a good leader. Because you need to associate with the people. People should come to you. You should feel the pain, feel the poverty. Have a sense of what they're going through because you associate with them. But you're always living far away from the people. Well protected and covered. What are you afraid of? Because you're a bad leader, and that's why you have top-notch security. You want to protect yourself because people are not happy. But I know African people will never kill you, will never do any harm to a leader. They're happy living that life which is ordinary. Because they know that their leaders have nothing. that they can do for the poor people. But we should talk to you leaders in Africa that it's not good that you should be living a better life while the people poor, while the people are suffering. Driving your cars in the lots which are not built well. Does that make you feel better and great? Does that make you a good leader enough? You're not a leader enough when you see the poor people suffering and you don't care about it. You don't do anything to solve their problems. I feel sad about Africa. I feel sad about the leaders in Africa. Because you see the problems the people are having. And actually you yourself, you're coming from the poverty as well. But when you rise to the position of power, you really forget about the poor people. It makes you feel better to drive nice cars and live a better life when people are poor, when people are suffering. Does that make you good? Does that make you a little money? Let's see what will happen next in Africa if we keep on ignoring the poor people. Will you be a leader longer enough? Because the same people that you ignore, you will need them at some point in time. You don't want them to help you. But if you don't do anything about them now, they will never even give you a help that you may need at some time in the future. I know leaders, you always come to the poor people again after you've served your term and you want to extend it. People will say no. But people in Africa, let us have hope that things will be better despite our leaders ignoring us all the time. They don't care about us. They don't love us. They want us to be poor forever. We are seeing everything in Africa. It is happening because they've designed it like that they should keep poor people in poverty forever. So that they continue to be leaders. They continue to be ruling the people. That's what they do. They engineer this thing. They create this environment. Let's make the poor people poor. So that they should not come out of poverty. So that we should be leaders, continue ruling them, making decisions for them. Even if the decisions we make are bad because we want them to be poor forever. Leaders. No, that's not love. You can do something in a better way. You can help people in the better way. Not like the way you've been doing. The way you've been doing, treating the people like nonsense, like garbage and discarding them. It's not nice and we are not loving it. We want you to treat us with love. We want you to treat us with respect. We want you to treat us with integrity in a proper manner. Not like the way you've been doing. Not like the way you've been taking us for granted. We're not happy. When I see the leaders enjoying every day, I'm like, come on guys. You are leaders in order to help the people, but you are not even taking any interest in the situation the people are in. Because people are poor, people are suffering. People are in pain because of the poverty. There's much unemployment in Africa. There's no food in Africa. Living conditions in Africa are so too bad. And the leaders, you are there, you're seeing all these things. What are you doing about it? You can do better. You can change the life of a poor man in Africa. That's why we chose him, because we believe that if you choose a good leader, you'll be able to do what we need. But to our disadvantage, every time we choose a leader, it comes against us. Because the leaders don't want to do whatever we want them to do. They do things which are just about the personal thing. To enrich themselves, to become better, to drive nice cars, to be living an untouchable life. That's what you want, you leaders in Africa. We're tired of this. You can do better. I hope that one day African leaders, they will realize that we are here because we wanted to take care of the people. Not to drive nice cars, to enjoy living ourselves like we are in heaven. When you will never even be in heaven if you keep on mistreating the people like the way you've been doing. Because you've been given the job to help the people. But if you don't help the people, you are stealing from them. And people are still poor because of your carelessness. Then forget about going to heaven. I know what I'm talking about, because leaders, they forget easily. They can speak good things. They can promise people good things. But eventually, they change. They forget about the very same people they talked good about it previously. This is what happens with leaders in Africa. But we can do better. I know African leaders, you are listening and you're watching. I think you're going to change after watching this video. I ask you, please help the people change the situation. Build the Lord, good Lord, like our friends are doing in Europe, like our friends are doing in China. In Africa, we should not be seeing these things. We are tired of these things. We can change, we can do better. Thank you for watching this video. I would like to ask you to subscribe my channel, like my video, and do not forget to click on the bell. Next time, we'll come again with another video. Bye-bye.